Good day everyone! Welcome to the world of mathematics. So in this video, we will learn important things and those are about pre-calculus and basic calculus. So math is not that hard actually. So don't be discouraged or confused right away because I am here. Teacher Ella will help you understand each lesson in this subject. So without further ado, let's start our discussion.
So last meeting we already knew what conic section is. So for today we will focus on parabola. So life is full of endless possibilities and so your potential too. Life can be hard and sometimes let our hopes and dreams down, but always think that when we look at the possibilities instead of our problems, our future will be filled with endless opportunities. So learn to believe in yourself, refrain from self doubt, and rather build your self confidence. So for today's objectives, number one, we have analyzed the parts of the parabola. Number two is to differentiate standard and general equation of a parabola. And last is to show self-reliance in giving solution to every problem. So let's define what is parabola. Okay? Ulitin ko. 1, 2, 3, go. So let's now define what parabola is. So parabola is the locus of points or xy in a plane that are equidistant from fixed point called the focus and a fixed line called the directrix. So when we say parabola, we have here the graph of the parabola. So as you can see, we have different parts. First one is we have the vertex. So as you can see, vertex is the midpoint between the focus and the directrix. So this is the vertex as you can see. Okay, wait for a while. Okay, so this is the vertex. Then we have, when we say directrix, this is the fixed line in a parabola. Okay, so this line, this is the directrix. Next is the axis of symmetry. So when we say axis of symmetry, this is a line passing through the focus and the vertex. So in this example, our focus is here and our vertex is here. So the line that passing through the vertex and focus is known as axis of symmetry. That line. Okay? And last is again the focus. So focus is a fixed point inside. Again inside the enclosure of the parabola. So meaning inside of the graph itself. Okay? Next one. Let's have the equation of parabola. So we have in standard form wherein our center is h comma k, we have two standard form. First one is we have the quantity of x minus h square equals 4a times y minus k. So sometimes other books or other websites or math websites use P instead of A. So it's up to you. Okay? And we have here if the value of A is greater than 0, our parabola is opening upward, meaning vertically, or vertical is the opening of the parabola, while A is less than 0, downward. The opening of the parabola is downward. So in other words, again, in the first standard form, the opening of our parabola is vertically. Okay? Vertically. Now, let's proceed to the second standard form. Again, same with the center h comma k. So we have the quantity of y minus k raised to 2 equals 4 times the quantity of x minus h. So, if the standard form is like this, the opening of our parabola is horizontally. If a is greater than 0 or a is positive, that is right, right? The opening is right. Now, if a is less than 0, that is left. Okay? So, don't forget to jot down the concepts or the formulas in our lesson so that you can easily find them if you're going to review our discussion or review this lesson. Okay? Next one, we have the equation of parabola in standard form if our center is in the point of origin or 0, 0. So we have here and also the graph so that you can see it. Okay? So if the center is 0, 0, our standard form is y raised to 2 or y squared is equal to 4ax. And as you can see, the opening of our parabola is left or sorry, right. Okay? Again, in the first figure, the opening of our parabola is going to the right. Okay? And as you can see, the focus here is a comma 0. Okay, next one. Next figure, we have y raised to 2 or y squared equals negative 4ax. So we have here the opening is going left. The opening of our parabola is going left. If, again, our a is less than 0. Next one. If we have x squared equals 4ay, we have the opening of the parabola is upward. Okay? And the last one, if we have x squared equals negative 4ay, we have the parabola or the opening of our parabola is downward. Okay? Next one. How about the general equation or the general form? So we have here the general form. We have ax squared plus dx plus ey plus f is equal to 0. And another general form is ay squared plus dx plus ey plus f equals 0. So if you think that you can understand our lesson because the pace is fast for you, kindly pause if you need to. Okay? Let's have the problem number 1. So Ariel kicked the ball on the wall and shows that the bounce of the ball creates a parabola with the center of the origin or with the center at the origin focus at negative 5 comma 0. Now we have 4 questions here. Number 1 is what is the axis of symmetry based on a given? Number 2, what is the directrix and how can you find it? Number 3, where is the opening of the parabola? And number 4, what is the equation in standard form? So each question we will explain that, what will be the answer or what will be the graph. Okay? Let's proceed to question 1. So in answering a problem involving parabola, we need to visualize it by plotting the given points. Okay? So plot the given in the Cartesian plane and apply the concepts. So again, we have here in the right side the Cartesian plane and we will plot the given from the problem number 1, which is the first given is the vertex is located at the point of origin. So meaning our vertex is at 0 comma 0. Right? So this is our vertex. Next is we have the focus. So focus is located at Okay, so we have here typographical error. So according to problem, this is negative 5. Okay, negative. Ayan. So negative 5 comma 0. So this is the location of our focus. Next is, let's answer number 1 question. What is the axis of symmetry? So as you can see, we have the given focus already. We plot the vertex and the focus. We can now identify the axis of symmetry. Always remember that when we say axis of symmetry, this is the line where it passed through focus and vertex. So meaning the axis of symmetry is here, okay, in the x-axis. Okay, as you can see, it passed through focus and the vertex. So this is the axis of symmetry located at x-axis. Okay, I hope it's clear to you now. Let's have number 2. So what is the directrix and how can you find it? So when we say directrix, this is the fixed line in the parabola, wherein the directrix is equidistant to the distance of vertex to focus. Okay, so when we say equidistance, they have the same distance with the distance from vertex to focus. So let's count the distance from vertex to focus. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 units as the distance between the focus and the vertex. So same with the directrix. So we will count opposite. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So therefore, the directrix is here and it is located at x equals 5. Okay? Again, don't forget that when we say directrix, it has the same distance with the distance from vertex to focus. Right? It's just like a mirror between the two. Now let's proceed to number 3. Where is the opening of the parabola? So we have the given focus already, vertex and directrix. And we also know the axis of symmetry already. So when we say opening of the parabola again, the focus is always inside the parabola. And while directrix is always outside or opposite to the graph of the parabola. So therefore, the graph is look like this. Okay? Again, the focus is inside of the graph of the parabola, while directrix is in the opposite of the graph. Okay? So it opens in the left side. Now let's have the last one. What is the equation in standard form? So since the opening is in the left side, we will use the equation number 2. Okay? The opening is horizontally. To be specific, left. So we will use the equation, the quantity of y minus k square equals 4 times a times the quantity of x minus h. So we will just substitute the given. So we have again the focus negative 5, 0. The vertex is 0, 0. And we have the directrix, which is x is equal to 5. So let's substitute it. So we have here again our vertex. So let's write it. Our vertex is at point of origin. Again, so vertex is located at 0, 0. And we have the focus, which is, we have negative 5, comma, 0. Again, in this equation, our center here is HK. k. Okay, don't forget that. So therefore, the center here is this one, right? Or the vertex. So let's substitute. Y minus our k is 0. So 0 raised to 2 equals 4 times k times x minus the h. So we have 0 as our h. So substitute the given p or the given a. So our A is located at the focus, the x value here. So that is negative 5. So we have y minus 0 square equals 4 times negative 5 times x minus 0. After that, let's simplify. So y minus 0 is y. Right? Raised to 2, we have still y. So we have y square. Okay, so let's copy the exponent. Next is 4 times negative 5, we have negative 20. Then x minus 0 is x. So negative 20 times x, we have negative 20x. So meaning, the standard form or the standard equation in this given problem is y square equals negative 20x. For us to determine the general form, we will just equate it to 0. So again, we have here the standard equate to 0, meaning we have y square. Then negative 20x, we will transpose it to the other side. Or we will add 20x both sides. So we have plus 20x equals 0. So this is the general form. And this is the standard form of our given problem. Okay? Let's now have another example. So, where is the focus of the parabola whose equation is y square equals 20x? Okay? Let's have the explanation and the answer for that. So, let's convert our given y square equals 20x to y square equals 4ax form. And that is 4ax equals 20x. Again, teacher, why is that? 4ax equals 20x. So again, we have here y square is equal to 20x. Right? And also here, y square is also equal to 4ax. So 4ax, we will copy 4ax and the same with 20x. Okay? Then after that, we will find the value of a. So 4ax equals 20x, we have 5. So how did we come up with 5? So we will divide both sides by 4x so that we can get the value of a. So 4x divided by 4x, we have a as the remaining variable. And 20x divided by 4x, we have 5. So our a is 5. Since our equation is y squared equals 4ax form, our focus is a comma 0. And therefore, the focus in this problem is 5 comma 0. Or the focus is located at 5 comma 0. Okay, it's easy. Now, let's proceed to another example. Again, you can pause it if you need to. Okay? You can pause our video. Next example is what is the vertex of the parabola? If we have the given equation, f of x equals 2x squared plus 8x minus 12. So here's the solution. So again, we have the given function. 2x squared plus 8x minus 12. So we will get the numerical coefficient. So when we say numerical coefficient, this is the number before the variable. So we have here 2, 8, and the constant, negative 12. So the x squared is our a. So we have our a is equal to 2, b is equal to 8, and c, our constant, is negative 12. Teacher, why negative 12? We have minus 12 here. So every time that you can see a sign before the number, it can clearly is stated that this is also the sign of the number. Okay? So since the before 12 we have minus, so we can consider it as negative 12. Okay? And again, the vertex is located at h comma k. So we will find the value of h. So to find the value of h, so you can jot it down. To find the h, we have the formula. Again, this is the formula in finding the h. We have negative b divided by 2a. So we will just substitute the value of a, the value of b. So h is equal to negative 8. So we have minus here, so negative 8 divided by 4, which is, if we simplify, the answer here is negative 2. Next step is we will find the value of k. So in finding the value of k, we also have, or we need to substitute our value of h here to the x, or every x variable in the equation. So f of negative 2, and again, this is our given, 2x squared plus 8x minus 12. So substitute negative 2, we have 2 times negative 2 square plus 8 times negative 2 minus 12. So simplify, we have negative 2 square is positive 4. Times 2, we have positive 8. Next one is we have 8 times negative 2, that is negative 16. So we can write it as minus 16. Okay? And copy minus 12. So combine like terms. As you can see, we have here 2 negative. So we can add the 2 negative. Okay? We have, so 16 plus 12, we have 28. Okay? Negative 28. So if we add two integers with the same sign, same, or the answer will be with the same sign also. So negative 16 and negative 12, that is negative 28. Then we have positive here 8. So we will minus the 8, or we will add the 8. We have negative 20 as the value of our k. So we already know the value of h and also the k. So we can now clearly say that the vertex is negative 2, comma negative 20. Again, for us to determine the vertex of the parabola with the given equation or the given function, first step is to get the numerical coefficient, just like what we did last or in this one. Get the numerical. After that, find the vertex using the formula, which is h equals negative b divided by 2a. Then after getting the value of h, we will substitute it in the variable, or in the x variable in the given equation or given function. Then we can now get the vertex. Okay? Now let's have the last one. So let's explain the directrix of it. So what is the directrix of the parabola whose equation is y squared plus 12x equals 0. So as you can see, this is a general form. Okay? So we need to transform it into standard form. So given that we have the general form y squared plus 12x equals 0 and standard form that is y squared equals negative 12x. So we will just transpose positive 12x to the other side so it becomes negative 12x. Or we can subtract both sides 12x. Okay? Subtract 12x both sides. So we have standard form y squared equals negative 12x. Now, let's convert y squared equals negative 12x to the y squared equals 4ax form. So same with our first example, we will copy 4ax, then equals our negative 12x. So we have here this one. Okay? After converting, we will find the value of a. So we have a is equal to negative 3. Again, to find the value of a, we will just divide both sides by 4x so that we can get the value of our a. Okay? So divide both sides by 4x. So 4x divided by, or 4ax divided by 4x, the answer is a. The negative 12x divided by 4x, that is negative 3. And after that, the directrix is on the opposite side. Always remember, the directrix is on the opposite side of the origin to the focus. So since A is negative 3, we can say that our focus is located at 3, 0. Okay? So the opposite of our focus is the directrix or the location of our directrix. So the opposite of 3, comma 0 is negative 3, 0. Okay? So therefore, the directrix of our given equation is x equals 3. So we will just get this one. Okay. So the answer here is x equals 3. Okay, so let me clarify this one again. So again, a is equal to negative 3. So our focus here is this one, right? Negative 3 comma 0. And 3, 0 is the point in the directrix, okay? So we will get the x of this, that is the value of our directrix or the locations, which is x equals 3, right?
Hopefully, you really understand our today's lesson. So don't forget to practice more so that you can fully understand our today's lesson. And also, don't forget to attend your synchronous class for more examples and real-life problems about our topic for today. So thank you for listening and see you on the next video. Bye!